So, Bruno, can you describe the ride that you had in brief?
It's maybe not easy to describe it in brief because it's been quite a ride. So we started with a day of training in Manali, and then the first part of the ride was climbing up the Rohtang Pass, which was real as an experience for me. It was probably the hardest ride I've ever had, and the sense of challenge was incredible. But it was an amazing feeling to reach the top, and then going down in the valley was beautiful, and with the sun rising and the weather clearing. And then another 2 days to reach Leh, with some amazing scenery coming up, and a little bit of rest in Leh. And after that there was 2 more tours, one to the Nubra Valley and then Pangong Lake, and in between there was a new route which was one of the most amazing places for me, because there was no one, absolutely no one, certainly no tourists, and just a few locals, but we were nearly the only petrol engines around, which was amazingly beautiful. And the last of the tours was going to Tso Moriri, the other lake, and that was a 2 days tour, which was the last part of the trip. So that's been a really full 2 weeks. I've enjoyed every minute of it, except the little bit when I was a bit ill, but everything else was fantastic. The emotions were so intense that only happens very rarely in one's life. This intensity of emotions, of feelings, and of thinking, I will not be able to ride through this stream, or through this sand, or through this mud, or on the side of this lorry. But immediately after that there is this feeling of, yes, I've just done it, that is fantastic. So it's a bit of a roller coaster of emotions in the riding itself. Just the pleasure of riding the Royal Enfield, these big 500cc motorbikes are fascinating motorbikes to ride. I really like them for the sound they make, for the look they have, but they, as you said earlier, they have a character. And then there are all the emotions linked to the scenery, which is probably the strongest sort of emotions I've felt. Going up a pass and discovering the valley opening in front of you, or reaching a plateau and seeing a plain with lakes and a few nomad tents in the distance. These are sceneries that I'd seen in the film, riding solo to the top of the world, but seeing them for yourself after doing the riding is something else. And in terms of emotion, that is almost impossible to describe. The motorcycling is important, but it's not the end of it. The support that had been given to me from the beginning, from when I landed in Delhi to now being in Delhi, almost ready to go back home. There's always been somebody with me when I wanted, when I needed, and there's always been somebody ready to show me what was interesting around, to take me out for food, drinks, whatever. So there is definitely a people experience as well, which is wonderful. And that extends to meeting a lot of local people in Ladakh, where Gaurav has got so many connections that it is the best way to spend just a few days in Ladakh and meet a lot of Ladakhis and have a little bit of a connection with them via Gaurav's real contacts, and the fact that he's lived there for a whole year means that he knows many people and he knows them very well. So I really felt I could benefit from this connection.
What suggestions would you want to give someone who's considering a motorcycle tour?
Well, I would tell them to watch the films. So the two films that Gaurav has made, and the third one when it comes, and then just contact the team at Ride of My Life, because I've been thinking about that when I was on the motorbike in this beautiful scenery, and I was thinking they choose the name really well, because it's not an exaggeration. It is really what it is, the ride of my life. It has been for me. So my advice is, get in touch with the guys and see with them what you can do, because it really is worth it.